The personal growth industry has played you. And we've all been there, watching podcast bros tell us about the latest breakthroughs that's going to 10x our performance. We're getting sold on a supplement that's supposed to be the next limitless pill, but turns out to be very expensive pee straight down your toilet. Or maybe it's the latest smart tech wearable that thrills you for 3 months and ends up in the back of the drawer with all the others. See, think about glucose monitors or Oura rings or blue blocker glasses. And by the way, blue blocker glasses, man. 1 minute of sunlight outside equals all the UV blue light you would possibly be saving while looking like a dork walking around your living room. So, how's that all been going, really? You're still exhausted, distracted, wondering why none of it truly worked, or even worse, if any peak performance stuff ever worked at all. Because here's how the 5-stage hype cycle unfolds. It always starts the same way. The next big breakthrough kicks off with a research study, but it's usually tiny, often in mice or with an N, or sample size, so small it barely clears the bar for statistical significance. But it sounds promising enough to light a spark. And then come the headlines. Scientists discover the secret to focus or longevity or bliss. You get a brain scan, some pretty colors, and a story that sounds like breaking news. It's neuroporn, taking a complex system and flattening it into a single shiny lever you can supposedly pull to optimize everything. The next thing you know, a bunch of people pile in. The productizers and the carnies swarm the hive. The obvious and free gets packaged, branded, and sold back to you on subscription. What started as an interesting scientific hypothesis quickly becomes an entire industry, followed by the replication crisis. That's when the second wave of studies hits. There's enough people doing the thing now, you can actually start studying it in larger scale research, but they can't repeat the results. Or even worse, they discover there's all sorts of caveats and cautions, and maybe you'd be better off not doing it at all. So the hype fades, the trend peaks, the market then bottoms out, and the hucksters, well, they just move on to the next flavor of the month. Remember paleo diets, keto, those dorky little 5-finger shoes, MCT oil, antioxidants? Or how about ice baths or infrared face masks, or the latest peptides that might just give you cancer? The hype cycle spins on and keeps repeating. And we get suckered into taking another swing at the same old ball, just like Charlie Brown in the football. So now you know what to look for. The 5-step hype cycle, the early but limited study, the hyped up neuroporn headlines, the market saturation, replication crisis, and then pivot to the next big thing. You can be a better informed and less vulnerable consumer, and you can choose how best to spend your time and money. And spoiler alert, it's likely going to be investing in rad adventures with people you love and preparing and sharing healthy whole foods. And that's no hype.